Okay, well, it's really cool to finally be able to do some yoga out in the lawn.
Yeah.
Really nice to be able to invite you guys to my beautiful backyard when finally it's not so hot.
I know.
And hopefully before it gets
Frozen.
too much colder.
Right.
So to warm ourselves back up, I know it's been a while since we practiced together. I thought it would be good to do a little yin practice. So nice and chill, taking it slow and easy. And this one is for restorative of the liver. So
I probably need that.
We're going to be working with the liver meridian, chi, and each little exercise that we do is geared towards that. And so we've got plenty of ability to modify for this. So if we're a little bit out of practice, that's okay.
Yeah.
And we will just come and enjoy the sounds of nature, even if that includes an airplane, right? And just get settled, and let's take a moment to tune in, feel your sit bones underneath you, feel this connection to the actual earth. We get to connect down into this beautiful and fertile ground. Sit up tall with the hands either on the knees, facing down for grounding, palms up for being open to receive, or Gyan Mudra to circulate the energy. And let's just take 3 deep breaths. Each breath a little bit longer and smoother than the last. Closing the eyes and imagining that you're rooting down all the way through the soil into the core of the earth, and up through your spinal column, through the center of your being, up through the top of your head, out through the crown, this cord, with the inhale reaching up to the universe, the sun and the moon, bringing down that energy and just feeling the balance in between, with another set of 3 intentional breaths to bring in your intention for this practice. So if it's as simple as cleansing the liver and restoring your liver chi, any of the toxins that we might have invited into the body just through our daily lives, or perhaps even a little bit too much fun, is okay. And we'll take this time to sit with ourselves, to restore and invite back in the liver chi, the hun chi. So we'll just start simply, let's open up the spine and get the spinal fluid moving with some simple spinal flexes. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. You can either have your hands on your knees or grab the shins. Inhale forward, exhale back. Inhaling to pull the chest up through the gate of the arms, and exhale round the spine, just as slowly or as rapidly as you see fit. Just a few of these to get moving. Feeling the liver kind of opening up on the exhale and squishing, squeezing on the inhale. Start sending your breath to that area, letting the organs know that we're starting to work on them and with them through this practice. Powerful deep breathing for the last few. And come to the next inhale, open and inhale all the way, hold the breath. Come to a neutral spine and stay still. Settling back in, re-establishing, as we'll do through this practice, the connection and the rooting down. The elongated, tall, open spine reaching up through the crown of the head, up and out. Awesome, beautiful. Okay, bound angle, forward fold. We're just going to bring the soles of the feet together. So depending on where you are, if you're feeling more of wanting a stretch on the inner thighs, you're going to bring the feet in towards the body. Try to hug them in close. If that's too much, or you're more interested in an outer thigh stretch, you can bring the feet further away. So up to you, however you're feeling today. And sit up tall and hinge at the hips with an inhale and exhale, fold. And hinge at the hips, and when you feel like you've gone as far as you can comfortably, even if that's just a few millimeters, then we'll, hello kitty, then we will bow the head and round the spine, gradually sinking into this yin posture, this restorative posture where we seek to find our edge, hinging as far as comfortable at the hips, then rounding and bowing down. And you should feel a little pressure, you feel a little stretch, whether that's on your inner thighs, your outer thighs, or in your hips. You want to get to that edge where it feels comfortable. If you go down, you realize you've gone past your edge, it's a little bit uncomfortable, you can use the support of your arms a little bit to come up. Letting the head bow down forward, and simply breathe here. We'll hold this posture for about a minute. So just feeling into your breathing, sending the breath into the back body, into the liver. So your liver filters toxins and all of the carcinogens that come in through the bloodstream, whether that be from the food that you eat, the air that you breathe, sodas that you drink. And it's constantly filtering these toxins. So right now, as you breathe in this fresh air, allow that to cycle in through the liver, expanding the back body and just letting yourself rest down. If you start to feel too much of a tingly sensation, any heat, like a hot burning sensation at all, or any level of discomfort that is considered pain, go ahead and back off. Just modify in any way that you need coming out of the posture if you need to. Otherwise, just settling in for a few more breaths. Bow down completely. And then roll up one vertebrae at a time, using your arms to lift yourself all the way up. Bring the feet out in front, and let's just take our time really slowly to open the blood flow back to the legs. You can lean back, just drop the knees from side to side, windshield wiper slowly. You want to roll a little bit on your hips, that might feel good too.
Yeah, my hips bother me
Open
today.
out, yeah, open up the low back there.
Right.
Does it just feel really nice to windshield wiper back and forth? How's everyone doing on bugs? Do we need to move the
I don't know.
coils around, or are you getting...
There's some flies, but they're not biting me or anything. There's some ants. I'm just worried if there's any
That's
fire
good.
ants. Are there any
They're
fire
not
ants
fire
over there?
ants,
Okay,
so
good.
that's good. If you If you start feeling fire ants crawling on your body, come out of the posture. No.
Just a little extra protein.
Yes. They don't eat much. So my grandpa always used to say, okay, so we're going to take the right leg out. Take the right leg out and bring the left sole of the foot in to the inner thigh. And reach, inhale up. And for the first one, we're just going to take and lower the right hand down beside the hip. Reach the left arm up and over. Just get a nice little lateral stretch here across the IT band, opening up the rib cage. Tilt over with your head, bend into the right elbow if that feels good. Take a couple deep breaths here, and then we'll try, if it feels good, you can reach the left arm behind your body, twisting your heart up to the sky, and try to reach the arm behind your back. If you're there, you can almost come down and reach your left hand into your right thigh and grab a hold there to open up the heart and squeeze the scapula together. Wherever you are, even if your arm just comes down, if it feels good to keep it up and over, try to open the heart up towards the sky. Just finding what feels good to you, trying not to push it too much, but you do want to feel a nice stretch, feel an opening, and breathe into those areas. Even though this is kind of a compromised position, an awkward opening, a stretch, stimulating, you can even out and slow the breath, finding that rhythm there. Look up towards the sky, check out the trees dancing in the breeze. Come back through center. Inhale, arms come up. And this time we're gonna rotate and pivot the torso out over the extended leg, and then just slide the arms down the leg as far as it feels comfortable, hinging at the hips first, and then starting to bow slowly with your breath. Feeling that opening along the sacrum, the low back, the side of the hip. Your liver is on your left side of your body, right?
Yeah.
That's right. And so this time you can feel that expansion. Chit chat with your liver. Maybe send some breath in there and say, hey, how you doing in there, buddy? What do you need today? I'm here to take care of you today. You take care of me so often. So send the breath into that area of stretching and just gradually, inch by inch, millimeter by millimeter, just let yourself gradually sink down with gravity as it becomes more comfortable with each and every breath. Long, slow, deep breathing for just a few more rounds here. So enjoy it while it lasts. All the way down. And then walk the hands up slowly with an inhale. Take your time to reset at the top. I like to kind of push up with my hands and smooth out the low back. And then take your time switching sides. All right, root down through the sit bones. If you need to remove the flesh out from underneath, that feels good. To get a nice solid base here so we can lift up. Lifting up out of the hips. And first we'll just do this lateral stretch. Lower the left arm down. Right arm comes up and over like a ballerina. Stretching out the whole right side. Side waist, rib cage. And as it feels good, you can bend through the elbow and open up. Staying here if that's where you are cozy and working with this, or opening up towards the sky even more. Shake the hand behind the back, either placing it at the low back. You can hold onto your shirt if that feels good, or reach it around, trying to reach towards that thigh. Either way, try to twist up, look up towards the sky, open and expand this front right rib cage, and let it be easy, even in the challenging moments, to draw in a smooth and steady breath, pushing past any resistance to have long, slow, deep breaths. And just enjoy it. A couple more deep breaths here. Come up on an inhale. And you can press the ground away, recenter if that feels good. Getting the hamstring action over on the left side. Gonna inhale, come up through center, full expression, and rotate so the torso is out over the extended thigh, and slide the hands down. Just slowly, slowly. Take your time. If this is already a stretch for you, you're feeling it in your low back, you're feeling it in your hips, you can hang out here. You can always bend the knee if that's something that helps you feel more comfortable in the pose. And hinging at the hips first. Finally rolling down and bowing the head.
I feel that.
So find that edge, because this is a yin posture where we do finding the edge plus time plus breath and settle in. Keep thinking of trying to reach the top of the head towards the foot wherever you are, so that you continue to elongate the whole spine. Slow, steady, long, deep breathing. In the last few breaths, see if you can challenge yourself to surrender into the posture even more. And work your way back up slowly, taking your time. Any kind of little stretches that feel good after that. Come up and windshield wiper the feet. Then the knees drop side to side. Oh yes, I believe something just came loose in my sacrum. That felt good. I get a little bit of a kind of fused feeling sometimes with the low spine, sacrum, and hips. So this is really beneficial for that. Okay, coming up, you can choose here what your favorite easy pose is. You can hang out here in easy pose with your legs crossed. If it feels better, you can come up onto your knees and sit in rock pose for this, or whatever works for you. At home, you can have a chair, you can bring your feet together. We're just gonna do some seated twists, so it's up to you. We're gonna inhale and reach the arms up overhead, stretch up, reach out, and then simply lower the right hand behind you, left hand comes to left knee. Once you find this position, push the ground away, elongate the spine, and from the hips, from the low back up, slowly start to hinge, twist, and eventually the head comes back over the shoulder, opening up the heart. We're going to squeeze the shoulder blades together. And again, in this compromised, kind of awkward position a little bit, you can just choose to continue to focus on having long, slow, deep breathing. And when we master this through our yoga practice, we learn to bring the breath into the challenging moments of life, remembering how open we are, how strong and free we truly are. And rather than clamping down and switching over into fight-flight, we can use our breath to remain calm, open, and free in those challenging moments. So see if you can twist a little bit deeper, look out over that right shoulder, sit up tall, and 3 more deep breaths. Twists are really cleansing for the spine and the blood flow. Come back through center. Readjust. Whatever you need to do. Feel good. Stretch up out of those hips again. Reach up. And other side. Left arm goes behind the spine, directly behind. And
backwards
left.
last time, so I'm gonna.
Yeah, left hand down and right hand to left knee. Sit up tall and twist from the low back through the thoracic spine up, and finally looking out over the shoulder. This one's about 10 breaths, so you can count your breaths if you'd like. Trying to eliminate any unnecessary tension throughout the body. Just sitting tall and coming into the fullness of the twist. Take a moment to check out the beautiful scenery that might be behind your shoulder here. Checking out some of the different colors of leaves, the life. Breathing in that fresh oxygen. And come back through center. Feeling maybe like I want to even out.
Yeah, that's what I did it the opposite direction by
Lats.
accident.
Can press open the heart, press away the ground. Whatever feels good for you. So this one is, we're going to come into a cow face pose. For some people, this might be a little bit of a challenge. So cow face, you really try to stack your knees one on top of the other. This time we're going to do right on top of left. If this is not possible, if this is not a fun position for you for whatever reason, you can sit up on a pillow or a block or a towel or whatever you like, or you can simply press one leg over, extending their one leg out in front, and allow the top leg to bend to your level of comfort. Awesome. It looks harder than it is a lot of times with the cow face pose. Once you allow the feet to come in close to the body, wherever you are in this posture, it becomes a little bit less of a struggle. Right. You are going to feel that on your outer right thigh. So we want to make sure that we're not having any pain there, no pain in the actual hips or any of the joints, knees, any of that good stuff. And when you find your comfortable position, that's perfect modification. I'm going to stretch up overhead again and walk the hands out in front. Hinge at the hips at first. Even if this is as far as you get, that's perfectly fine. And very slowly, as your body starts to give in and relax, sending the breath into any points of tension. Going to come down to a folds. 5 breaths here. Go ahead and count your breaths, starting from 5 and going down to 1 or 1 to 5. Making each breath slow, full, steady, and even. On your final breath, if it feels good, you can bow all the way down to your level of comfort and slowly roll back up. If you're already starting to get any tinglies in your feet or legs, you can clear it out if you need, or just hang out here in cow face pose. We're going to come back into the same cow face, so right leg on top. And slide the right arm out to the right as far as you feel comfortable. So you want to really plant the hips down, slide the arm over into a nice side stretch here. Again with our ballerina, opening up IT band, opening up through your liver. It doesn't matter if you don't know your right from your left. You can just even it out the next time. It's all good. It feels good here. Again, you can open, peel up, opening towards the sky. You can wrap the hands back around you. And you can try to grab for that left foot if it feels fun. Breathing here. Let everything relax around the areas where you feel the stretch. See if you can settle in, even if the stretch is intense. Settling in to truly enjoy that feeling. For 3 more deep breaths. In and out through the nose, slowly and calmly. Reach full extension for the final breath. Come up and out. Again, if you need to reset, you can. If you start feeling tinglies, start feeling pain, come out of the posture. And you can always just do this with your legs out in front of you as well. Other side, we're going to slide the left hand over to the left as far as you're comfortable. Open up through the side waist and ribs. Ballerina that right arm over top. Feel like a little kid. Let it feel good. Let it feel nice. Stretch and reach and play. And if it feels good, you can bring the arm around, opening the heart up to the sky. And try to reach for that left foot, the right foot. It's on the left side, so it's hard to tell. I'm like, yes, yoga can turn you into a pretzel, but it doesn't have to. So, 3 more deep breaths wherever you are in this posture. And come back up. Bring the blood flow back into the legs. Let's shake them out in front. Maybe give them a little tap. If it feels good, you can always windshield wiper. And other side. Keeping in mind that it might be a little bit of a different experience from one side to the other. So even if cow face pose was easy for you with the right leg on top, the left leg on top this time you might have any issues with the hip or knee. So you might want to consider bringing the leg out in front, or simply having both legs out in front is fine, or even coming back into easy pose, whatever works for you where you are today. Good, that's looking good as your modification. Make sure that your hips are sinking down into the ground wherever you are. Try to lift up with the spine straight and start to bow forward over the legs. See, this side is, for a lot of people, probably a little bit more tense. It definitely is for me. So I'm feeling just as much of an edge on this side from 1 millimeter, 1 little inch forward as I was in the full expression on the other side. So I'm just gonna note that, take my time, breathe into the areas of tension, and take a moment to settle in, and then start to bow. Finally letting the head fall forward wherever you are. 3 deep breaths here. Consciously send the breath anywhere that you feel that edge. Last breath, really sink down as much as you can and take your time. Be patient with yourself on the way up. If you need to clear it out, clear it out. If you need to come into a different position, go ahead and do that. Same as on the other side. This time with the left leg on top, we're gonna slide to the left first. And the left arm over. Side stretch, ballerina. 5 deep breaths here. Go ahead and count your breaths. In and out through the nose, calmly if possible. And come into your bind if that feels good. Final breath into the fullest reach. It feels comfortable. And come back up slowly. If you need to readjust, go ahead. And when you're ready, slide over to the right. Just taking this patience, these simple movements, start to open up the channels of flow. Opening up, this one you're tapping into your lymph nodes, limbic system. All these systems are so closely interwound. The immune system, the organs pumping out all the toxins. I know a lot of people have had some colds and flus here lately, and directly related to your immune system, from the limbic system, nervous system. So we're just taking our time here. Give it some love. I want to open back up. Restoring health and restoring balance, getting rid of some of those toxins. So one more breath to reach it over as much as you can. And back to center. This hip might have gotten a little bit tight, so take your time and use your hands as much as you want to take it on out there, like real slow. Might feel a little achy at first. That's a good sign. Windshield wiper feels good.
Got a burr on your mat.
I know, I'm getting overtaken by nature here. Okay, yeah, let's bring that windshield wiper all the way down to the ground. So we're gonna just place the feet on the ground, roll down one vertebrae at a time onto the ground, and just windshield wiper the feet back and forth, letting the knees drop side to side. You can kind of experiment with this here and try dropping the knees to the side with the sacrum fully planted on the earth, trying to keep the back straight. And you get a little bit of a different stretch than if you let the hips completely roll with the knees. Opening up some more of a hip stretch. Whatever feels good for you, just kind of work that out. We're gonna tuck the hips Press the ground away with your feet and just tuck the hips under, lift them up slightly and roll back down so that the sacrum is nice and flush with the ground. Beautiful. Take and interlace your hands behind your neck, and the lower the lower part of the spine, of the curvature of the skull, we're just gonna pull that out so we elongate the neck gently, making sure not to overstretch there.
I think I got a special treat over here. I got a root.
Oh my goodness. Is that it's either a perfect massage for your for your muscles, or perhaps you might want to reposition the mat for laying down.
It's all right.
If you find something that's uncomfortable there.
I'll move up.
We're dealing with real nature here. So let's hug the knees into the chest. That feels good. Kind of rock side to side again, massaging out the organs, taking a little bit of extra time on the left side. Squeeze out the liver. This is one of my favorite self-massage tricks in yoga. Let the head rock back and forth too, remembering to keep that elongation in the back of the neck though, and that connection of the sacrum to the ground. Then we're just going to reach in between the hands, or the hands in between the knees, and grab for the inner arches of the foot, coming into a happy baby. Okay. In happy baby, we're just going to rock gently back and forth, side to side. Try to keep the tailbone pressing away and down towards the earth. Keep this elongation in the spine as you iron out any of the kinks that were in there. One thing that I really like to do in this one is to straighten one leg while extending the opposite knee down to the ground. Really pull the knee down while you push away with the opposite foot. This really gets into some of those tougher areas, and the full circumference of the liver is massaged here. You got to take good care of that liver. It is the largest organ other than the skin in the body, and unlike the kidneys, we only get one of them. It is the only organ that can regenerate, so we do get a second chance. We do get a chance to come back and pamper the liver, squeeze out any of the gunk that we've built up in there, and take a moment to help aid in that regeneration. As you rock back and forth or just hang out in happy baby, whatever makes you happy right now. Keep the breathing strong, slow, steady, even and deep. This will also help improve digestion, get the whole digestive tract flowing, and can reduce back pain, all that good stuff. Take it down, just gently rocking now, just hanging out in happy baby. You're going to take the left leg and lower it down, just bring the right leg in, taking both hands over to the right sole of the foot. Try to pull it down in towards the armpit. If that's not possible, you're going, what in the world? That's not possible. That's okay. Just hang on to your calf or the back of the thigh, wherever your level of comfort is on this one. Just take a few deep breaths here. Push the left leg away, the extended leg. Breathe into that stretch, and when you're ready, switch it up. Other side. 3 deep breaths here. And pull it all the way as far as it feels comfy, and then extend the leg out and down. Go ahead and make any adjustments that feel good, like getting off of that root that might be underneath you on the ground. Good. And we're just gonna let the legs be out long. Take your time to adjust, rolling down to flatten your sacrum against the earth, the lower back and the back of the neck. Let your arms be out by your sides, palms facing up, and start to go ahead and close the eyes. Start to bring your attention and your awareness into the breath. And as you hear the subtle, gentle breeze flowing through the trees, imagine breathing that breeze in and it washing out, going through all of the little areas of the lungs, filtering through the blood and pumping through all of the vital organs, especially the liver. Let's just imagine that nice, warm, yet cool air, refreshed with oxygen from all the different types of leaves in all the different types of trees and bushes, grass and soil. Breathe all of those cleansing elements in and direct them into the liver, the heart, the lungs, or any other organ that you might need right now. Into the systems of the body, the limbic system. As we've stimulated the meridian points of the liver system through this gentle yet deeply effective set, we've started that flow of releasing the old and inviting in the new. So allow your body to completely release and relax, feeling all of the points of connection of the back of your body to the earth beneath you. Feel this welcoming of the earth where you belong, and the powerful healing potential that comes up from the core of the earth. Allow any draining of harmful chemicals, of old injuries, of tension or toxins in your body to be welcomed and absorbed by the earth beneath you, completely releasing and relaxing into this process with each breath. Deeper, relaxed through the soles of the feet, all 10 toes, the tops of the feet, ankles, draining down through the heels, through the backs of the calves and thighs, from the hips draining down through the buttocks, connecting down to the earth. All of your organs, especially the liver, just draining down out through the back, down deeper and deeper into the earth to be neutralized. Back through the arms, the backs of the hands, shoulders. Feel the back of the heart connecting, back of the head. Release and give permission to let go. And let it absorb into the earth, where it can become fertilizer for more nutritious, healthy patterns to grow. While the back body continues to sink down into the earth, allow the top of the body to feel this perfect temperature of air, this damp and oxygenated breeze lifting you up, uplifting your heart, lifting and rising light as a feather all through the tops of your legs, the hips, belly, chest, arms, and face. Bring your awareness back to the breathing and simply enjoy releasing and relaxing in this balance for a few more cleansing breaths. Noticing any thoughts that come to mind and simply bringing yourself back to this moment, feeling like you are a part of nature, that you belong here in this balance between earth and sky, that it flows through you the natural order of life, renewal, as we move through the seasons. Choosing to come back to this practice whenever you need to cleanse and renew, knowing that this connection, this freedom, and this cleansing, healing nature is within you. All we need to do is connect back to the breath. So with a deep cleansing breath all the way down to your toes, start to wake up the body, wiggling the fingers and wiggling the toes. And stretch the arms out overhead. Big morning stretch. You can rotate the hands on the wrists, rotate the feet on the ankles if that feels good. So take a nice cat stretch, bringing the right knee in, hugging it into the body. Pull it over with the left arm and open out the right arm to the right. Nice big twist. Send your vision over the right arm. And get a nice full body twist. And cat stretch. Bring it back through center, other side. Take your time. Waking up at your own pace. Feeling refreshed and renewed. Let's grab the backs of the knees and rock and roll up if that feels good. Or just roll yourself over to one side. Come and seal out the practice. Just as we began connecting sit bones to the earth. Close the eyes, rub the hands together. Bring the hands to heart center, connecting down through the sit bones to the earth, up through the crown of the head, right here in the balance, connected to our breath. It's as if this breeze is blowing in to refresh and renew us, reminding us to tune back into the breath. So as we close out with 3 deep breaths, send that intention and that freshness, that power and that freedom into the moments that you might need it the most. Reminding your future self to come back to this practice, come back to the breath when life's challenges start to bring you in. Deciding to take this practice out with you for the rest of your day, that it may bring a smile to your face and a grace to your movement, affecting all who you meet. This positive smile that's kind of contagious, hopefully. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Namaste.
Namaste.
Satnam. Thank you.
Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
I haven't done
And
yoga in
don't-
so long.
I know.
Except for, like, at
I
my house.
honestly have not been doing enough yoga lately either, so that's why I want to get it out there. So I think just in case this actually works, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and check out my website at HypnoYogaOnline.com.